Hello and welcome to this special live edition of Mustang Magazine. I'm Jerry Gagano. Mustang Magazine is a monthly show produced entirely by broadcast journalism students from Norwood High School. We bring you stories that matter most from our school and community. Recently, our very own NHS-TV students flew on down to Atlanta, Georgia for some Southern hospitality and to compete in the Student Television Network Convention, also known as STN. STN brings together broadcast journalism students from around the country to compete in varying contests, from spot feature to short film. Up first is a Nat Package competition from our very own Casey McDonald and Taylor Reed, who won honorable mention. Students were given 5 hours to produce a story on a given topic with only use of B-roll, sound bites, and Nat sound.
Hi, welcome to the Waffle House. My name's Tracy, and I'm from Springfield, Illinois, and I've been living in Atlanta, Georgia for 5 years. So this is where I work. I come here 5 days a week. Usually 38 to 42 hours of my life I spend here.
Thank you.
I've been working at Waffle House for 3 years. I'm a certified salesperson. I'm also a trainer, which means that I train new employees at the Waffle House. I wash dishes, I pull trash, I take orders, I carry out food, I ring out cash and credit cards. I believe in God, so I try to treat people like Jesus did. I love people, so I get to meet different people from different places, and everybody's the same, whether they're French, European, German, Dutch, whatever. We all like bacon, eggs, and waffles. I think I'm one of a kind.
Kill me.
Awesome job, guys. Up next is a lead story competition. In such, students were given 5 hours to write and produce a news story based on a choice of given story leads. Mary Erickson and Emmy Coffey report.
Americans aren't the only ones at this year's convention.
We are the U.S.-Russia Social Expertise Exchange Program implemented by Eurasia Foundation. So we're trying to bring together Russian and American youth to work on a collaborative project.
This year, SEE is offering an interesting opportunity for STN attendees.
Currently we're running a contest, a 30-second video contest, and the grand prize is a trip to Russia. This is an incredible opportunity for you guys to experience an STN-like convention, but in Russia it's called Volzhsky Encounters.
This event enables students that enjoy STN to experience a similar atmosphere but in a completely different setting.
На мой взгляд, самое глобальное отличие – это восприятие людей. То есть мы подаем работу по-другому. У нас немножко другой формат, нежели в Америке. Но суть остается той же абсолютно. Ничего, в принципе, глобальных отличий нет.
Although the United States and Russia are two different countries, they share a similar interest.
You all share the passion for journalism, so do we. So we want to see more U.S. students working with Russian students, and we're really thankful for this opportunity.
Make sure to stop by booth 20 on the marquee level for more information on this contest. For Student Television Network, I'm Mary Erickson reporting.
Great job. Now we have an all-around favorite, the music video contest. Students were given 6 hours to write and produce a music video using given music. Here is I Want That Girl by Mia Finizzi, Sam Doucette, Bernard Blonde, and Aiden Flores.
We be in the parking lot, but we don't need to talk a lot. Real talk. Brown skin, chocolate. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Ay, she see me and I'm ballin'. Yeah, I think I'm going all in. The pretty brown eyes, they be calling. And I got a spot up on my squad, she can fall in. Okay, ay. It's like 10 till midnight. Ay. I can't get her off my mind. Ay. I want that girl. Top cat, who all them girls tryna holla at? Ay, I'm tryna see where your mind at. Girl, if you ain't with it, I'ma holla back. But I really like what I'm looking at. First round pick with the right stats. Ay, and if we make a good team, I might cop that Super Bowl ring. Ay. Okay, ay. It's like 10 till midnight. I can't get her off my mind. I I want that girl. Okay, it's like 10 till midnight. I can't get her off my mind. I want that girl. I want that girl. I want that girl. I want that girl. I want that girl.
Awesome job, guys. Next, we have the commentary contest. Students were given 5 hours to write and produce an editorial segment designed to persuade an audience. Anthony Zona reports.
Too often, American politics resorts to extremism and partisanship with name-calling and personal degrading comments and physical violence. But in this 2016 presidential campaign, we've seen just about all of it. One man, though, has risen above the rest in telling the American people that he is the only one qualified for the presidency. That man is Ohio Governor John Kasich, a man of steadfast conservative principles, coupled with realism and common sense. He's the only one with a proven record of really bettering people's lives. According to Bloomberg Review, Ohio, under Kasich, is the 11th strongest state economy. Employment has risen 6.5%, personal wealth by 15.5%. These are real numbers, real facts, and that matters. John Kasich has worked with both sides in balancing the federal budget under a Democratic president, in reforming the Cleveland school system under a Democratic mayor. Look, extremism has never worked, and it will never work. America has been great by working together, not apart, and John Kasich will lead that legacy forwards. But his website really says it all. John Kasich for America. He's for us. Reporting for Student Television Network, I'm Anthony Zona.
Thanks, Anthony. Up next, we have the Anchor Team contest. Students were given only 2 hours to write and produce a team anchor segment. Brian Curley, Tori Giffen, and Nate Pusey report.
Good morning, I'm Brian Curley.
And I'm Tori Giffen.
We're here in Atlanta, which has been of great importance since the Civil War, was the target of attack during Union Major General William T. Sherman's Atlanta campaign.
His strategy was to cut off Atlanta's supply lines through the destruction of surrounding railroads.
The Confederacy's army was at its peak size in 1864, but Sherman was able to continuously push them back through the help of enlisted reinforcements.
Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy, saw the threat that Sherman placed on Atlanta and decided to replace the current general with Lieutenant General John B. Hood.
Despite the change in Southern rulers, Northern tactics remained the same.
In retaliation, the South tried to copy the North and cut off their supply lines, but ultimately failed.
In Sherman's final push, he sent troops just south of Atlanta where they cut off the last remaining supply line, forcing Hood to abandon the city on September 1st.
However, Hood made sure not to give the North another advantage as he destroyed 81 rail carts that were full of ammunition in the city.
Despite the North's win, total casualties were similar on both sides.
The Union's true victory came from the almost promised re-election of Abraham Lincoln due to their military success.
And Sherman used this momentum immediately after to springboard his march to the sea. Reporting for Student Television Network, I'm Brian Curley.
And I'm Tori Giffen.
Fantastic job, guys. Now we have the movie trailer contest. Students were given 6 hours to write and produce a movie trailer for a fictional movie or a given movie title. Brendan Hurley and myself report.
I'm James, and I had a really big meeting planned for today. You could even say life-changing. But then, I met her.
Thanks, Brendan. It was a blast working with you. Personally, this year was my first STN competition. I met students from Hawaii to Florida, and it was a great experience competing face-to-face with students who also wake up every morning doing the same thing you're passionate about. With that, we have the Multimedia Journalism Contest, which tests the strongest of journalists. Only one student may compete and must produce a news feature for both online print and broadcast based on a given topic. Alessandra Verone reports.
Alana Tuckey is staying at the Marriott Marquis Hotel on business.
I'm here for another conference, the Math Professors Conference. I drove from Michigan like a crazy person.
Alana's journey to this point was more than just a drive from Michigan.
My father was a very, sometimes physically abusive, especially my mother, but more emotionally abusive person. So my dad, when he would walk into a room, you'd feel like the energy suck out of the room, like he made you scared all the time. So when my parents' marriage dissolved, I remember turning to my mother, and I was about 13. And I said, Mom, how are we going to do this? What's going to happen? And she said, well, I have a college education, and that's one thing your father can never take away from me.
Alana knew that one way or another, she would get her education and do with it what her mother couldn't.
And so from that point on, I was determined to get a college education and to be financially independent of both my parents, because they're a little out there, and my husband. Even though I love him and we've been together for 20 years, I could at any time walk away, and not because I'm going to walk away, but because I was determined to make it so that I would never be in the position that my mother was in.
Alana realized that even if it was hard, she had to cut ties with her father.
The more I ignored him, and the more I got along with my friends and my boyfriends and my choir, and things went better. So having him out of my life was a good thing for me, but it was difficult. I mean, it was emotionally difficult. I took that energy and tried to focus it on positive things so that I could make sure that I could get out, because I really needed to make sure that I could, when I turned 18, 20, whatever, that I could walk away from the situation and not have to be forced back.
And that's just what she did.
I went on and I got a master's degree, and I became a professor of mathematics, and so now I teach other people, and I try to make sure that they realize the value of that.
Nice job, Alessandra. Now let's move on to the Man on the Street contest. Students were given 5 hours to report from the street on a given topic. Mike Levesque and Megan Giambanco report.
Hello STN, I'm Mike Levesque here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm going around to ask people, what are the hidden secrets of Atlanta? Let's go find out.
Hidden secrets of Atlanta? There are a lot of opportunities here for anyone that wants to succeed in life in general, doing a variety of things. So you can come to Atlanta pretty much wanting to do anything and find a place for yourself.
They riding the city up and trying to help people with jobs, you know what I mean? People that aren't, less fortunate, you know what I mean, out here.
You know, we don't want people to see how homelessness is here in Atlanta for political reasons.
But I hope I don't get killed for this film. I just learned the earth is flat. So we've been deceived this whole time. And the government, to me, is the UFO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For Student Television Network, I'm Mike Levesque.
Thanks, guys. Now, writing and shooting are a vital part of a story, but editing is the glue that puts it all together. In the Tell the Story contest, students were given 3 hours to write and edit a news story based on a given focus using clips and reporter notes. Juliana Shalmo and Cassie Cahill report.
I'm Antonio DeCesare with your sports update.
Antonio Desiree might seem like an average teen who likes sports.
And I watch all the games, and all I do is write the score, the Bruins beat whoever, and then I write down who scored the goals during each game.
Antonio is part of the LEAD program, a program in Northern Massachusetts for young adults who struggle with disabilities.
It's a transition program to help equip students with life skills, social skills, vocational skills.
Norwood Public Access TV is encouraging these students to express themselves in a unique way.
We've been doing a monthly update, and they provide all the content, they do all the work, and we just help them with it.
The kids with disabilities get to know what it's like to work in a TV studio, and get to show people what our program is about.
With these new skills, an exciting world of opportunities has been given to the students. Reporting for Student Television Network, I'm Cassandra Cahill.
Quality work right there. And now, to round it all Hello off, and we want to welcome congratulate to the the Mustang special Magazine live edition crew of Mustang Magazine. and I'm NHS Jerry Update crew on their Mustang first Magazine place is a win monthly show for Daily produced Show entirely and by monthly broadcast show in the journalism students Northeast. from Norwood High School. Well, that's We all bring I you have for stories this that matter special most from our edition of school Mustang and Magazine. community. Be sure to check us out on Mustang.media or see our stories air on NPA-TV. Thanks for watching. Recently, our very own NHS-TV students flew on down to Atlanta, Georgia for some Southern hospitality and to compete in the Student Television Network Convention, also known as STN. STN brings together broadcast journalism students from around the country to compete in varying contests, from spot feature to short film.
Smile more. Go.
Up first is a Nat Package competition from our very own Casey McDonald and Taylor Reed, who won honorable mention. Students were given 5 hours to produce a story on a given topic with only the use of blah 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 blah.
He said that's his new ringtone.
Okay.
Ready? 3.
Up first is a Nat Package competition from our very own Casey McDonald and Taylor Reed, who won honorable mention. Students were given 5 hours to produce a story on a given topic with only use of B-roll, sound bites, and Nat sound.